Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So for our video project, I wanted to go and take a look at storage. I don't know how many of you have a lot of 6x6 paper storage, but I know I have quite a bit. And what I did was I grabbed a few of my 6x6 pads and the clear sheets that I got from uh, scrapbookingwithme.com. And I'm just showing you here in the last video I did, I think it was on Friday, I showed how I put the scraps inside the paper with the paper pad so that way it holds and keeps all the papers together. So as I use it, I can grab scraps out of it, if I only need small bits, stuff like that. So basically what it is here, we have, I had it right on my desk too. And don't you hate it when you move stuff? Okay, so yes, this is from Craft Designer from Doris. They're self-sealing bags. They're 6.5 by 6.5. And most of your 6x6 pads will fit just right inside. What I like to do is when I have used some of the paper, I go ahead and take it out of uh, the particular binding. So that way, once this is all out, it'll fit into the cellophane nice and simple. Like it'll be nice and neat. And then I just take the top of the paper pad and put it in with the papers. So you'll see that here once I get through these last few. Now, the extra cardboard that's on the back, you could technically save it, and then if you wanted to cut pieces out with your die cuts and stuff like that, so it's a little bit thicker than your cardstock, but not necessarily like thick chipboard or, wood veneers, but you could use it for embellishments and stuff like that. You can. And then there you go. There's the paper pad. Now this one I've never opened. It's still brand new. I haven't even taken the tape off. And on something like that, I would probably just shove it right into the bag itself. Only because there's no need to take all that out unless you really want to. On some of my 12 by 12 pads, because I was trying to save space, I did take each piece out and I cut them down and so that way I would save as much room as I could. So that one's done. Now on this one, this is the Prima, the rose quartz. I gotten this, what was it? If it wasn't last year, it was the year before, I think. From Prima, and I had some extra sheets in there, so I just pulled those to the side. But I'm going to just pull out what's left because there's not a whole lot. Um, there weren't a whole lot because I love this collection and I used as much of it as I could. And even though there's a section up above, I'm just going to put them straight into the clear bags because it'll still close. It won't close as tight as the smaller one when it was just the plain 6x6, but it'll still fit and close up nicely, and it'll still look neat. Because otherwise, if it doesn't fit, then you'll have to trim whatever that extra um, section is off. And let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and get that one off so I can close that one up. And then with these, I think these are the same way. I opened it, but it's for the most part, it's still pretty full. So just as simple, straight into the plastic bag and close it up. I have at times, depending on, because I'm just going to put these two in real quick. Depending on the paper pad, if it's double-sided, I just leave the paper as it is, put it straight in. If when I put it in, it's single-sided, I do take some of the sheets and I'll turn it so that way you can see the paper on both sides, and you'll see that in a moment. Okay, so right there I was actually cutting off the top part of this paper pad because it had like a little hanging tab that they must have used like in the stores or whatever. So I was taking that off, and once I got it off, I'm going to go ahead and get it into a plastic bag as well. and go ahead, because this one, I may have used like one or two sheets here and there, but I don't think I've used most of this one either. And where I keep my 6x6 paper pads, um, I don't need that much space. I'll probably, if I keep buying them, will need more space. But as of right now, these are fine. So this one is a Echo Park, and I only have a few sheets left, so I'm doing the tear it out again. But you'll see here, like this one, they have patterns on the opposite side. So what I'm gonna do here is once I get all the sheets, the individual sheets out, I am gonna cut down the front cover, because the reason why I'm doing that too is just so I can know what paper collection it is I'm using. Sometimes when I do the videos, if you use an older collection, you just want to be able to let people know you may not be able to get this one. Um, but really, for me, I'm all about, and I'm sure some of you are feeling that way too. At times, you got to use up what you have too, so that way I can make room for the new stuff. Because I definitely want the new stuff. Real quick, you guys, as we're finishing up here, because we're gonna look at the Bow Bunny as I'm putting in the cover here, and then you can see the pretty paper on the backside. I'm also going to share with you how I store, or an idea for you on how to store your 6x6 pad. The main thing to remember is you want something that's going to fit your papers, where it's easy to look through, and you can, keep everything together. You can organize by colors or theme, or however it is easier for you to uh, get to what you need to create. Okay. I'm gonna have pictures at the end showing close-ups of the paper pads and how we put them in the container, the plastic bags, but I'm also going to show you how I store them on a shelf. And this particular shelf actually sits behind me while I'm crafting. So when I want to make my cards and stuff like that, I can just turn around and I can pull right from the shelf behind. So as I said, as we get closer here, you're going to start seeing some of those close-ups. But I do want to just say thank you guys so much for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And in the more section, I will have links to the clear plastic bags on scrapbookingwithme.com, and make sure that when you go to checkout you use my coupon code, which is TT15. That's also going to be listed down below, and I will have links at the very end with the previous Technique Tuesday videos that we've done recently. Okay, thanks again, and I hope you have a great day.